Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is freaking hot and I need to make this video as soon as possible because I had to turn off my AC just so that the noise wouldn't start. And this is my neighbor's AC. That's the little noise that you guys hear. That's the neighbor's AC. But I had to turn mine off because now you wouldn't be able to hear me. Today's video is going to be a book review of Until Friday Night by Abbi Glines. So if you guys want to know more about this book, then keep on watching. So I have the book. That's the book cover, but I have the book. So I was honestly looking forward to reading this book just because I have read Breathe, whatever you want to call it, from the Sea Breeze series by her. The reason why I wanted to read this one is because she is currently coming out with another book from this series, so I was kind of wanting to get into it just so I could know more about it, and I did enjoy it. However, I felt like it was such a quick book to read. Like, it's those kind of like romance books, like cute romancy books that you could read in between other stories that you're reading, or like if you want to take a break from a longer book and you just want to like something cute to cleanse your palate, this book is it. Like, to me, everything happened so quickly. Like, the story takes place literally in 1 month, which is like, how? So it is an insta love, so if that's not your type of trope, just letting you know now, it's definitely an insta love. It's something that you're just like, okay, like what the heck? Like, I barely even know your name by the end of the month. This book does deal with a heavy topic. It does deal with death and another heavier topic that has to do with one of the main characters, who are Maggie and West. I really like their names. They seem to be cute characters. Unfortunately, they've gone through something horrible, both of them, at a very young age. West is your typical, you know, jock guy, the most popular one, the one who gets all the girls, all the ladies. He's that guy. And Maggie, she is mute. So the reason she is mute is because 2 years prior to her going to live with one of her aunts, something horrible happened to her, so she decided to go mute because she thinks that if talking to people, like, something horrible will happen, or like, you know, bad memories will come to her. So she goes and lives with her aunt and her uncle and her cousin Brady, who is not a real big fan of her. Like, the reason she's mute, like, he has to go and like take care of her and like, you know, keep an eye on her, even though she tells him not to, like, written wise, because she doesn't speak. Brady happens to be in that group of jocks because they are football players. Maggie accidentally falls into that group, not honestly unintentionally, because she does go to school wanting to be a loner and not having to talk to anyone. It's like a lot easier for her, but she happens to just stumble herself into that group because of what Maggie is going through. She actually can relate very much to West, who is going through a terrible situation at the moment. He doesn't know how to cope with it. He doesn't know how to deal with any of the situation going on. He feels like he is gonna like lose his mind after everything that happens because there's not much that could happen to be helped. Maggie accidentally speaks to him and he thought that she was mute, but they end up relying on each other and depending on each other solely based on the fact that they have that subject in common. I honestly don't think they have anything else in common. At least it made it seem in the book, because the only real topic they have in common is death, which is kind of creepy. I do like Abbi Glines' book because she always has these heavy topics, or any actual like realistic topic that a lot of people go through in life, and I think she writes it in a way that it's not easy to understand, but like in a way that it's shortened without having to go into much detail, but you still get the full story. But that's what I like about her books. Her books are never super long. They just, you know, they get to the point, which why it's insta love, I suppose, because it does take place in 1 month, like I said. So that's something that I like about her writing style, that she gets to the point. You know, there's always love interest in her, whether they're good or bad. They're just always like the greatest books to read. Honestly, I love reading her books. Like, I'm not a big fan of like reading long love stories or romance stories. Like, I want something quick and to the point. And this one is it for me. But like I said, if you are not a big fan of insta love, that if that trope is not your style, then you probably won't really enjoy this one. You'll probably enjoy more of the fact that you could either relate to the story because of, you know, people that you know or family wise. But I think it's a good story, you know. She does get the help that she needs, and she does eventually end up talking to everyone in her family slowly, but she do end up together, spoiler alert. But I think you see that coming from the very beginning, because like I said, they get along very well, even though there's drama in between, and they, like, you know, make it seem like they're not into each other. I mean, also Brady kind of made her off limits, so no one was allowed to touch her, to speak with her, to even look at her, don't even breathe near her. It was that kind of situation. So it was a cute love story. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's those kind of stories that you could read easily in one sitting, that you could read in between other books that you are reading that are much longer, and that you just, you know, you want time away from that one. Abbi Glines books are good books to go to. And then I am gonna be reading the rest of the series, because mostly all the characters that came out in this book are part of the other books in the series, so it's their love story. And I really want to read Brady's love story, because that girl that is his love interest in the book comes out in this one, or at least is mentioned, and also the brother is mentioned. So I really want to know what happened. And that situation actually I believe happens the year prior, before Maggie going to live with them. I'm interested because I'm thinking it was a love triangle, or if like she slept with one of them and backstabbed the friends or something, but I don't know. I'm just like, I'm intrigued. I do have the second and the third book. I'm gonna get to it as soon as I can. If you guys read this book, let me know what you guys thought about them. If you guys read any other Abbi Glines books, if you guys have, what is your favorite series? And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.